So, welcome back. We're going to be working on Nate's pickup. Nate's not going to be here today. He was not feeling too great. He said he felt better yesterday. I told him don't push it. I don't want to take a chance of him getting me sick or him getting even sicker. So, or even more sick. Sorry. But so far, update. You've seen the last video. We got intakes on. Cams in. Couldn't find our bolts for the gear to the actual cam itself. Sorry, that's Squishy, one of our shop cats. Very vocal. But we're I say we. I'm gonna go ahead and work on it today. I told him don't worry about it. I'm gonna get the motor finished up here in this video. Probably get the the shorties put on, the headers. Get those put on, spark plugs, get the seals put in for the valve covers. And injectors. I got to rebuild the injectors, or just put new O-rings and stuff on the injectors. Put all those in, get all that stuff hooked back up. And and I'm also going to try and put the water pump on. Hey, Squishy. Squishy's needing on me. So yeah. I'm gonna get to it, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, just make sure your entire seal is in correctly. That's the driver's side done. So we'll go ahead and put that in. That very first one. Why I didn't do this on the other one, I have no clue because I'm not the smartest. But yeah, we're going to try and get all these done today. And say we. Me. But my mother is here, just hanging out with us, seeing, just kind of keeping me company. She's just hanging out. Get the valve covers put on first, so they're out of the way, done. And I shall take care of the next steps after, which will be timing chain or timing gear bolts. And then once I'm done with all of that, we're gonna try and go out there and put up the new feeder, which is over there out of the camera view. Or look for the replacement one because the other one broke. These are a little finicky. They're almost too big. You just gotta shove them in there. And just go around and make sure they're all in that groove for that seal. We'll go ahead and put this one in too. timing chain cover's already on. I mean, not timing chain cover. Belt cover's already on. This one will it's just kind of set in there right now anyway. Alright, so now we are going to put in the sprocket 3 bolts for the cam. Just kind of getting these. You put a little bit of Loctite on them. Nothing super dramatic. But we're just going to put a little bit on there just so that they don't try and work themselves out. This is just to run it in. We're not going to torque them right here. I'm going to go get my torque wrench and we'll go from there. But now, I'm going to put a little dot on it. So that if this ever comes apart again, we'll know that that was torqued correctly. I always do that just for a torquing aspect, showing that it was hit and torqued down to the specs it showed in the book. right now, guys, I'm going to get all of these bolts torqued to 18 foot-pounds. Well, guys, right now we're going to get the timing chain, the sprocket bolts put in, torque to spec, a little bit of Loctite on them so they don't back out. Both valve covers are put on with new gaskets on them. I'm going to go ahead and put the little shorty headers on. Then I'll put in the spark plugs so they're all good. And then after that, I believe I gotta rebuild the injectors. Once I get the injectors done, put all that stuff back on here. And I think right after that, we should be good to go. It should just be all plugging everything back up. Oh, I'm gonna put the coil packs on here so they're ready to go too. So, yeah, and put the water pump on. Right. Well, as you can see, guys, having to take the driver's side valve cover off, intake back off. I got to take the entire driver's side head back off because we're not going to name names. We're just going to try and solve the problem. There's a bolt that broke off in the back side of the driver's side head. Didn't realize it until I went to go put on the headers. So what turned into maybe an hour and a half more job turned into probably about another 3.5 hours of me trying to get everything back out, get the rockers off, and hopefully have everything salvaged. So, yeah, it's great. But yeah, hopefully we'll get all this. Hopefully I can get all this fixed up, finished, and have no problems. So enjoy me taking the heads, rockers, all that stuff back off. As you can see right there, see if I can get a better angle at it. See the bolt broke off right there? Yeah, yippee. And it's on the back side. We got this one removed, and I got to remove that now, looking back at it. I think heat got to it and it shattered, so I'm going to remove that. But, yeah, we'll run this down to the performance shop so I can weld on a nut or something to it, clean up those threads a little bit, and get it put back on today. Get all that stuff torqued back down, get the intake put all back on, exhaust, spark plugs, get all that done, and we shall see. We'll see where we get from that point. Either way, the motor should be put all the way back together by the end of the day. So before I leave today, that's what's going to be done, and I'm going to get the truck out of the shop so that way I can start working on the Maverick, do some little stuff like that, and Nate will start recording some of the stuff on his pickup as he's working on it, and we'll upload some of it. So, I'll be right back. We got the head off. We got the broke off bolt. It's out. Are you laughing at me right now? Are you laughing at me? No, you're good. It's out. I'm gonna get this head put back in there. Try and get all this put back in there together, torqued, and we're gonna try and get this motor finished. Besides putting the belt on, and the only thing we're gonna put on is probably the harmonic balancer. Everything else, Nate's gonna put on for himself and do all that. I just want to move on from it. I've got more projects for me to do than this, and this will finish up my aspect of it, and he can plug everything else up. Shouldn't be really anything left to hook up to. It should be all plug and play. So we'll get to it. Well, I forgot to press record, so if you look in here, I got the head back on, intakes back on, both headers are on, with some slight not so generous words, and my mother can vouch for me being a little girl about it. That was her vouching for it. Broken intake bolt. I'm gonna have to get a new one, but I robbed the one from the front over here, put it where it broke back here. Yeah, that one broke, but I can get a new one of those. That's why I left it the way I did, is so I can still get to it even with the injectors and the fuel rails on. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and got to get the injectors out, put new O-rings in them, get all the injectors put in, put the fuel rail on, get the water pump on, and then I'm going to go ahead and hook up a lot of the rails, and I'm going to go ahead and put the harmonic balancer back on. So, yeah, we'll see how she goes. So, I got a lot of stuff done. My phone died at some point, so I had to charge it up. So I just kept working for a little bit. But what we got done is I got the water pump on, time change cover on. I got all the wires except for like a few There's another one back there. Oh, there's one right there. Right there. See it? It's right here. This one and this one. I got a few over here that I haven't gotten hooked up yet. But this is able to be turned around and pulled out. So I'm going to try and see if I can I might just get my dad to help me see if we can get this moved out tonight. I want to get this out of the shop so it frees up some more room for the Maverick build that some of y'all, I say some of y'all seem like y'all are more interested in those kinds of projects or an LS style like this, but it is what it is. I'm having fun with it. Nate's sick, so I just put in a lot of work into it. It turns out I broke a bolt in the intake, so boop, boop. And I have to get a 90 or 45 coil wire because this one is with these new headers on the passenger side. One of them's it's very tight. It was very tight getting it in there in the first place. But see if we can get that. Get a new bolt for the front of the intake. I'm gonna run to the other shop and get the harmonic balance installation tool, and then I'll be right back. So we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, well, as you see, my oldest is here. Say hi, Montana. Just say hi. Yeah. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for today. We're gonna shoot some more of the video here in a second. But we're gonna go to a car show and go see my dad. Who are we gonna go see? Yeah. Who are we gonna go see? Papa? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go to the car show. We'll see you in a minute. So it is the next day. The harmonic balancer installation tool didn't work. We pulled a little old school ingenuity, used a 2x4, and just went ahead and knocked it on a little bit until it got thread engagement. And then we put the new thread, or the new bolts, or new bolt in there with the new lubricant and all that stuff, new washer, all that. Went ahead and upgraded it all. And then now we're going to go put our feeder up and hopefully get this turned around and get it pulled out of the shop and parked outside for Nate to work on it whenever he gets a chance. But yeah, I'm gonna get some video here on this next one. I'll probably be in the vehicle pulling it out.